It is a special venue. Principality Stadium in Cardiff, right in the CBD, and here is how the locals line up tonight.
Yeah, great opportunity for this Welsh team who were beaten by Georgia last week. Owen, so much experience at hooker. Alwyn Jones, the 37-year-old, and Justin Tipperick at 7, important for him. Gareth Anscombe, his kicking game is going to be important. So will Lee Halfpenny at number 15. So a lot of experience in this back line for Wales. George North, what a player he is in jersey number 13. It'd be hard to handle that matchup with Ikitau. It'll be one to watch.
Changes are plenty right throughout the Wallabies. 15, McReight and Holloway at 6 and 7 with Langi Gleeson at number 8. What an opportunity for this back row to make their mark here in Cardiff. Ben Donaldson, the story at 10, the run-on debut in that all-important jersey, aligned with Jake Gordon at scrum half. And Petaia gets an opportunity on the right wing as Mark Nawaqanitawase is kept in that number 11 jersey.
And a look at the bench. Wales looking to lean on the experience of Reece, Priestland late, whilst Australia will look for some spark from the likes of Lolesio and Jock Campbell. It is the Wallabies up against Wales in front of a full house in Cardiff. And we are moving under the roof. Lost there off the kickoff by Wales as Beard drops it forward, and now the Wallabies get a chance early on to put some pressure on. Loss out of the hands there by Petaia. Will come back for the initial knock-on from the Welsh, Tim Horan.
The Adam Baird just losing that one forward right from the kick-off. It was a nice restart. Wasn't a lot of pressure on him. Now the Wallabies' first scrum of the match. Right to left opportunity with their back line. Reece Hodge at 12.
Nice and high, close enough.
Ikitau. There's Alwyn Jones, 37-year-old. His first game back since Italy in the Six Nations.
Talking of scrum, Tim, it's been one of the more improved parts of the Wallabies game right throughout 2022. Better at winning penalties, less penalties given away, and a much better platform for this Wallaby back line to attack off.
Gordon and a quick shove from the Wallabies, but
sorry, it was unstable from the start. I didn't see the ball pop out. We'll reset.
There's the explanation from referee Carly.
Yeah,
wants it done again.
Reset, okay?
Strong first shove from the Wallabies. Folau, Fainga'a, Alaalatoa, and James Slipper. It's James Slipper, jersey 1, the Wallaby captain.
Please don't put it in if the scrum's moving, okay? Nice and stable from that side of the scrum, please.
Hearing a late change to the Welsh starting 15 as well, with Lee Halfpenny out, Josh Adams going into the fullback position. Such a strike player for Wales. Out on the wing is Josh Adams again. Wallabies going to work strongly here at the scrum, and they win the penalty right on the 22.
There's the start we talked about. The ever-improving Wallabies scrum, and it is so much off the back of James Slipper and Allan Alaalatoa right throughout 2022. The other part of the Wallabies game, which hasn't improved really in 2022, is the start, scoring first, coming out of the blocks fast, and what a great opportunity off the back of this excellent scrummaging start from the Wallaby pack.
You can see how much on James Slipper's side
shape
at
on the
loose
outside
head.
first.
Pushing straight through
shape on the outside first.
And now Ben Donaldson.
Number 1 on the outside
2.5 minutes
first.
into the match, gets his opportunity to the right-hand side of the post. You expect Ben Donaldson to take the ones that aren't too far out, and potentially Reece Hodge to take the longer kicks.
It took them 50 minutes plus last week to put themselves on the score sheet against the Irish, so a chance out inside the first 3 minutes of play for the Wallabies too.
From the line out, not from the throw.
The nose in front. A breeze to contend with for Donaldson, and no issues off the boot, and the Wallabies lead by 3 after 3.
Well, that gets your heart pumping for Ben Donaldson. The heart rate will just slow down a little bit now as he jogs back. Dave Rennie, good start for his team. First 3.5 minutes, up 3-0.
Perfect start from Donaldson. Great kickoff as well, with great height to let that opportunity of contestable kicking get into the game as well.
Really heavy in the middle for Anscombe as he restarts and sends it down towards Petaia. Gets up and takes it nicely.
Taken in.
The pressure there from Rio Dyer. On goes Holloway.
Use it! Stay still too. Thank you.
Gordon sending it over the top. Gleeson giving chase. Langi. Gleeson goes bang. He gets all of Adams and sends him flying back. Big first tackle from Langi. Gleeson still with the Welsh as they work it towards Dyer.
Release him!
Wyn Jones. Williams. Anscombe working it to the middle.
Tackle!
Taken on through Lewis or Wales as Williams goes to Anscombe, goes round the corner, looking for the link up, and it sits up in turn for Ikitau, but it's put a little hand in there from the Wallabies, and we'll come back for the scrum.
Yeah, me too.
Nice shot. Look at them all run to Langi Gleeson. He timed it perfectly. Coming through on Josh Adams. Whack. What a shot.
I love how active he is as well post-tackle, getting to his feet, providing an opportunity for counter-up. Wales, it must be said, did very well to hold on to possession. And then Ikitau just the hand in as the pass was being made. But good intent from the Wallabies to increase their line speed, led by Langi Gleeson early. But also Wales, you mentioned the conditions, Tim and Sean, happy to go wide as well.
It's slippery, it's a gluggy field. It's really hard to play on it, actually get your rhythm, to get any width on the play. So you do have to stand that a little bit deeper.
Set!
Wales get their scrum right, and now they go to work on the Wallabies, and they win the penalty advantage to have a crack with. And it's Anscombe coming crossfield, looking for Dyer, overhead, and we'll go back to the far side for the Welsh penalty.
Up under pressure. Not now.
Yeah, Gareth Thomas at loose head. It was his turn. Wayne Pivac looking on, the coach of Wales.
Go forward, standing up under the pressure.
It's a good response from the Welsh front row.
They're standing up under pressure. It is an excellent response and surprising too, with the Wallabies in defensive position, not having to worry about hooking the ball either. And Wales foregoing the opportunity for three to put pressure on this Wallabies defensive line out.
Australia, it's for you.
Points really hard to come by last week at this venue for the Welsh, going down to Georgia. Yes, Georgia, 13 points to 12 in that shock loss as Owen steps in and...
One out, one out.
Lines
One
them
out,
up.
Australia, one out.
15 odd from the Aussie line, taken down by the veteran Wyn Jones. We turn to another bloke who's been around the block 100 times at test level. Falatau quick here for Lewis. Williams bobbled at the bat, lost forward.
Knock on.
And that is a bad slip from the Welsh, right on the Wallabies line.
Do a nice set-piece line out. Falatau coming around the corner. Fraser McReight slipping off. Nick Frost makes a really strong tackle in the second carry here for the Wallabies. Slipper down low, Frost up high.
Wait on the set, please, both sides, okay? It's all engaged at the same time.
Just knocking the ball forward at the breakdown, only just.
Keep your hips in, drive square, okay?
They've had their own issues, Wales, in their attack, especially in entry to opposition 22s. Good pace in their play of their forward pack around the corner. Bodes well for the future for the Welsh pack, especially if they can get that field position.
Set! Ball is away. Wait,
Into the boot here of Hodge. It just sneaks the clearing kick away, and it's a decent strike. It takes play up past their 22.
That's the value of having Reece Hodge on the field in the 12 jersey. Very long kicking game.
Yeah, that's you.
I said Sean, he took his time there, but gets the Wallabies out of trouble defensively now.
Better patron.
Ken Owens.
2 9s here, guys. It's a just.
Played over 80 test matches at hooker.
To the middle. Now he swings in action. Owens gets some good width on that pass. Goes wide for Hawkins. Williams holding it up for Fainga'a. Good pressure at the breakdown there from Neville. Almost getting through and getting hands on. Hawkins quick for Owens. Wallabies defence looking well organised early on. Wyn Jones slips it away. Here it is for Beard, a touch wider. Ikitau wraps him up. Williams. North. He's been a monster at outside centre with his post-contact carries, and now his teammates edge their way inside the 22.
Advantage.
Australia conceding the penalty here.
Number 5, wrong side.
Lewis has been prominent through these first 10. Williams having a look, popping it away for Allan Wyn Jones. Wyn Jones slips it off the hip. There for Morgan. Try Wales.
Oh, the offload from Wales. Allan Wyn Jones. Over 50-odd test matches, and he stands at the tackle and delivers. Some soft attempted tackles from the Wallabies. And the Welsh crowd are up. They had the advantage. Williams a nice little offload at scrum half. Watch him just snipe. Little dummy gets an offload away to Wyn Jones. Wyn Jones standing, looking for players. Find his back rower.
There's a lesson there for the Wallabies defensive pattern in jamming in and closing down offload space. Wayne Pivac, he's very happy with that start. He knows fast start's important for his side also. But Langi Gleeson just needs to remain aware of where the ball is in that defensive line and jam in and close down those spaces. And Allan Wyn Jones through the middle.
Conversion is good, and it is 7-3-10 played.
The confidence of this Welsh pack to deliver ball. They know that players are coming in from behind. He didn't die with it, Allan Wyn Jones.
Time off, 1 second, we'll just make the replacement.
Morgan did really well coming from in behind the breakdown.
Time on.
Donaldson sending this one down towards Fainga'a. Petaia gets up and gets a hand on, and here comes the try scorer, Morgan on the other side. In turn back for Gleeson, and McCarley shuts that play down. It'll be a Welsh scrum. They're saying they've caught an Aussie hand in there somewhere.
That's good, that last one. Let's just wait for the set, okay?
Jordan Petaia coming through. It's probably a stage where you can't take it on the full, trying to get up and knock it back with one hand back to your side.
Last scrum was good. Okay, nice patience on the space. Let's go.
Replacement Kieran Hardy on for Wales. Williams after that nice little offload to Allan Wyn Jones.
Bind.
Has been replaced. No word yet on whether it's an HIO or a straight
stay
replacement
high,
for
stay
no
high,
return.
both of you, stay up. Use it. Backwards, play on.
Under pressure early, Hardy as well. It was Gordon hustling hard, and then there's room on the other side for the Welsh. They'll go to touch, and good pressure from the Wallabies at the base of that scrum,
on
and
the arm backwards from
follow-up defensive work good as well.
Excellent work from Jake Gordon. First real involvement and impression on the match. Gets into the slot next to the Welsh back row, and as soon as that ball's out, picks off. Kieran Hardy straight away, pressure on the new entry into the game. Excellent from the experienced number 9 in the gold jersey.
Thank you.
Down for the Wallabies as Donaldson goes short for Hodge. Gordon over to Holloway, now Frost, clearing in contact, Ikitau, great hands down low, and then he accelerates into contact. Nawaqanitawase in looking for work. There's one of the Wallabies standout players in that loss to Ireland last week. Fraser McReight caught high there, should be penalty advantage here for the Wallabies. There it is, Donaldson.
Which one, the last one or the one before? Okay.
Taking it to the line nicely, Gordon.
Yep.
Fainga'a up, standing and sitting away for Alaalatoa, no look. Over the slipper and will come back midfield. And
High tackle.
if the Wallabies would like it, the shot at goal is on offer here.
A nice couple of short balls from the Wallabies. Fraser McReight getting taken just a little bit high.
With a penalty here.
So the Wallabies opportunity for 3 points virtually in front of the post again for Ben Donaldson. There's Tom Robertson waiting to come onto the field.
Go for a HIA. Yeah.
So it looks like slipper for an HIA. If we heard correctly from referee Matthew Carley, he looks somewhat bemused.
What will that mean, Morgs? You'd think that Jake Gordon most likely take over the captaincy, or Alaalatoa, I suppose, whilst he's on the field.
You think Allan, having been captain for the first time against Italy, he'd take over for what will hopefully, for James Slipper's benefit, be a short period of time. Tom Robertson, experienced at both provincial and now test level, comes in earlier than expected. And Donaldson, a couple of nice signs for the Wallabies attack, and Ben Donaldson himself. Always love when a young 10 takes the line on early into contact. His first couple of kicks have been positives. Nice to sequence positive involvements early in your first time running out in that number 10 jersey.
Good with his first shot on goal, and equally solid with the second stab at 7-6.
The other positive for the Wallabies attack there was that extra short pass that you're talking about, Tim, in the three-man forward screen that the Wallabies used. There is space out wide against this Welsh defence already. If conditions allow, it'd be good to see the Ikitaus and the Nawaqanitawases with more ball.
Again, Wales sending it towards Petaia. This time around, though, it is grabbed by Hayden Neville.
Use it! Inside.
Gordon will find touch, 40 from his line, and we'll have a Welsh line out.
On the line, guys.
Owens looks that one to the front. Hardy works it over to Hawkins in the midfield. Hardy for Tippery, goes on the wraparound. Dyer coming infield and taking on strongly here for Hardy. Wyn Jones, no look for Owens. Owens lips it back, still with the Welsh.
Get away, 17.
Robertson looking for it for the Wallabies, and Hardy clever with the pick and spin. He takes it towards the 22. Wyn Jones at scrum half throws a tricky one away there for Thomas. There he is again, Wyn Jones. With a try assist to his name already in this contest, which led to the try for Morgan as Hardy.
Away two!
Wrapped up by Fainga'a. No way through here for Wales as Lewis sinks into contact.
Let him go, let him go.
Holloway with the tackle.
Ball was lifted.
Lewis for Hardy. Anscombe throws a flat ball wider, looking to start stretching this Wallabies defence. Anscombe, North, shuffling across the line for Adams. 11 phases now for the Welsh. Wyn Jones tipping it on here for Morgan. Going really strongly with his carries has been Jack Morgan. Now the penalty, but rolling away the call.
He had to then come round the side to come past you.
So Fraser McReight penalised here. Good play from Wales, getting 13 phases in. Langi Gleeson got on the ball, but the penalty was because of Fraser McReight not allowing the scrum half to come in.
Steven the wrong side, which meant 5 had to come round to come in at the side. Yep.
I like that refereeing from Matthew Carley. He's looking at the picture and seeing who is having an illegal effect on what other players are trying to do legally at the ruck. Wallabies defence looks comfortable when they can get their bodies back into the line. Also got to make sure they're making positive, dominant tackles where they can out wide when they number up. Langi Gleeson is one of the players trying to get off the line. Hodge is trying to get off the line. If more gold jerseys can go with those players, Wallabies look quite comfortable.
We didn't see either of them, Tom. Yeah, okay, no worries.
Hanscom looking to stay at 100%. 2022. And he does just that. That's 23 in a row for the Welsh. Number 10, it is 10-6.
Welsh coach will be pretty happy with Allan Jones. His involvement in this first 20 minutes of the test match. Over 150 test matches, the 37-year-old, and he's been really good out in the open. A couple of passes at scrum half and getting across the advantage line.
This time around.
Players in front, wait, thank you.
See that one closer to the centre field line, and the return kick is a good one as well. From Wales, they send it back into the Wallabies half.
Yeah, nice clearance from Hardy, the replacement scrum half. Haven't seen a lot of.
You made the ball dead on someone outside the barrier.
Fullback ball hasn't gone his way. Back three yet.
Over 15.
Fainga'a, that one will go over the top and be taken in by his opposite number, Owens. Now Hodge rips and tears, and it wasn't straight. That's the initial call, and we'll come back for a Welsh scrum.
Or line.
That was a good opportunity for the Wallabies. Five-man line out, just a little bit too high. Folau Fainga'a.
Let's go.
Wales now, a little bit of
Keep that
momentum
foot up and
in the
engaged,
game.
all right, both of you on the break foot. Thank you. Crouch! Bind! Set! Stay up, stay up. 17, hold it up. Use it!
Hardy leaving it there for Fainga'a. Now the penalty advantage for the Welsh. They go midfielder now, swing it wide. Over for Adams. Adams cutting in field, put down well by Nawaqanitawase. Hanscom.
Penalty advantage, red.
Penalty advantage still here with Wales. Hawkins dumped by Alaalatoa. Hanscom skipping. Flipped by Fainga'a. Beard. Way for Cuthbert. British and Irish line getting dragged towards the touchline. Does a good job to stay in the field of play. Tipperick blowing through a couple of tackles. Tipperick, the captain, gets his team 20 from the line. On they come, Wales. And they've got numbers to burn wide right. Can they send it that direction? Now the Wallabies realign. Adams across the park to Fainga'a in Test Match 100 try. The Centurion goes in
On-field decision is a try.
and puts Wales further in front.
Luke, where's the mark on that penalty?
15 metres inside the half.
Nice forward
That's
play.
advantage over regardless. Okay. Tom, on-field decision is a try. We'd like to check touch.
Fainga'a looks
Okay, on-field
like
try.
he got
We're just going to
through.
slow it down.
Couple of reads out
Advantage is
wide
over. It
from
was
the
on the
Wallabies
15.
back line.
Okay, here, this is going to be our best angle, Matthew.
One territorial gain. Okay.
Fainga'a in his 100th Test match. Nawaqanitawase. Fainga'a, does he get there? Yes, he does for Wales.
And a special moment on a special day for a special Welsh player. Fainga'a has been amazing through the years, gets the appreciation of the Welsh crowd. And to play with wit off the back of penalty advantage. And it was just a little bit narrow from the Wallabies' backs after Tipperick had gone through the middle. You mentioned numbers to the right, Sean, and they certainly used them well. Just a simple catch past Tim to get Alaalatoa into the corner.
Yeah, read from Mark Nawaqanitawase and also Tom Wright. They just needed to sit back a little bit and then drift out. They had numbers inside them to be able to drift, but they had to make a call early.
Make it an 11-point game, and the crowd says it's good.
It is an element of Mark Nawaqanitawase's game. Because he's so fast, he's happy to back his pace. He can get narrow and let players get outside him because he thinks he can always get there in the end. In Test rugby, cannot give outside shoulder opportunities to opposition. And at 17-6, the Wallabies need to wrest some momentum back.
Here he is, Fainga'a with the take. Met by Frost.
Next time.
Wyn Jones has been having some fun with his ball carries. A couple of really tidy offloads. This time round he just collapses in the tackle, and that sets up Hardy with the
Taken in.
clearing box kick. Hardy over the top. Dyer out in pursuit. Dyer getting a hand on it. Taken well in the end by Wright. So the ball back with the Wallabies as Frost drives forward. Gordon, just to milk the penalty there with Thomas down, and now Gordon goes himself. Gordon away from McReight, clipped by George North. Adams over the top looking for the turnover and gets it. He wins the penalty.
Clamp round the ball with the ball underneath his body.
That was the right play, though, from Jake Gordon. Quick tap and go. Players, he was searching for them. Fraser McReight was one there. George North made the tackle and just fell awkwardly, Fraser McReight, and couldn't roll back on his side with the ball. Opportunity for the Wallabies gone begging there. They hadn't had a lot of ball.
Yeah.
An opportunity from a five-man line-out. Throw wasn't straight. Turning too much ball over. Got no momentum at the moment.
Well, the least culpable player for the Wallabies was definitely Fraser McReight, as James Slipper has passed his HIA. He's able to return to the field, but Fraser McReight does the right thing. He reacts to Gordon, needs more teammates to go with him. A bit of tempo into the game is exactly what the Wallabies need.
Owens fizzes that one to Tipperick. Hawkins, midfield for Morgan. Morgan gets away from it. Right, Morgan still blowing past Wallabies jerseys. Hardy's there quickly for Wyn Jones. He loses it. And Australia get out of trouble through Nawaqanitawase. They've got
a knock-on advantage.
The knock-on advantage as Matt Carley gets back, and Alaalatoa settles one. Freeing up the angle here for Gordon to send it upfield via the boot. No
time off.
Advantage taken.
Number 5, Gold, makes a tackle, no arms, he's got a hand on the floor.
When the ball was knocked forward.
Say again.
So TMO getting involved here and finding
no arms tackle with the player who's
penalty
on the ground as well.
On Cadeyrn Neville after that shot TMO on Wyn Jones.
Number 5. Number 5, use your arms in the tackle, please, on your feet.
Cadeyrn Neville, so an opportunity. Justin Tipperick said we'll take 3 points right in front of the post, try and push this lead out further. Wallabies at the moment are falling off a lot of tackles. It is slippery conditions, but Wallabies aren't hitting and sticking. They're slipping off a few first up tackles.
Okay, number 7, I think. 7.
Just looking to see whether it was Cadeyrn Neville or
well,
not,
you've
or it might
gone
have been
2 metres forward from the mark.
Fraser McReight.
Number 7, both hands on the floor. He's got to be on his feet and grasp to make a tackle. 7.
That's the exact sort of errors you'll see from a team that hasn't spent time together. Gleeson and Hodge, funny enough from the same club in Sydney, but haven't played much rugby at all together. Those sorts of things when teams are jumbled together. Yes, they've had time on tour, but rare amounts of time you would think in repetitions in defending together in the same line to connect it.
Wrong number, sorry.
Just hearing the apology there, offered by referee Matt Kelly towards
That
Neville,
was
saying,
a penalty.
big guy, it wasn't on you. It was on Fraser, McReight, Anscombe, no problems, and it is 20 points to 6. We're going at a point a minute, Timmy.
I'll tell you what, this guy here at fly half's been really good so far in this test match, Gareth Anscombe. He's got options both sides of the field. He's got options out the back. He's got options with forward runners. He's picking up Jack Morgan 2 or 3 times, and that angled run there from Morgan was superb. Anscombe looked to go out the back and hit the short runner.
Fainga'a, Petaia. Petaia so good off those restarts, and Australia looking to take those points in deficit back here from the Welsh as Neville rolls
Away
it forward. Under pressure there from Lewis. Donaldson shortening up Holloway. Or Tars teammates in conjunction there. Speaking of Tars, he's Gordon away for Frost. Gordon. Alaalatoa. Gordon looking to bring Nawaqanitawase into the action as he trails Ikitau. No look away for Holloway. He spits it back, but he's caught the touchline.
Oh, nice play from Glenn Ikitau. Jed Holloway, yeah, as he looked up, he just saw the sideline. Probably got a bit surprised. It's a restart from Geordie Petaia, knocking the ball back to the Wallaby side.
Time off.
Ikitau, little step in
Time
the
off.
way.
One for each team.
Got away from Hawkins. Mark was inside, screaming for the ball.
Crucial tackle from Adams there coming across. Did enough to drag Holloway's legs off, and Holloway can try and get that offload back inside to Mark Nawaqanitawase. There's a try scoring opportunity there. Important that supporting players are communicating as well. Nice play and endeavour from the Wallabies. Forward runners trying to get to outside shoulder of defenders. Opened up that return side, blind side, where the Hodges and Ikitaus can sweep back.
So Ikitau was animated post that play breaking down with Ben Donaldson. I often see that from Lenny Ikitau.
Well, that's what you want from Lenny Ikitau now. Has got some experience in test match footy, and just saying to Ben Donaldson what he wants, whether it's going to the left or going to the right, or shifting the ball early to Reece Hodge.
Just hold him.
Moving that pass really early to allow Ikitau one-on-one. Josh Adams, his left shoulder.
Tipperick.
In 5.
And Owens combined to bring it down.
They look legal to
Just
me.
in front of their try line. Hardy. There's good shape on this kick down towards the Nawaqanitawase. Tom Wright going open, then coming back towards the touchline. Right there under the tackle of Fainga'a. Gleeson. Donaldson, lovely ball from Donaldson to McReight. Nice and flat that one as Adams reels away. Nawaqanitawase looking for work. Nawaqanitawase away from 1, 2. Now clears the ball for Hodge. He can't hang on. And it breaks down, but another look, another glimpse at the attacking thread of Mark Nawaqanitawase as Dyer pops and goes for Owen. The Polish just missing at the back end on that occasion as Hardy drags it back and goes away quickly with the box kick. Dyer scampering forward. Petaia caught and put down just inside the touchline. Gordon, penalty advantage here for the Wallabies.
Penalty advantage, Gold.
Gordon for Gleeson. Gleeson getting about his work nicely as Slipper goes low. Gordon over for Ikitau. Infield for Fainga'a. Frost, Donaldson, McReight in the midfield. Stringing their play together well here, the Wallabies. Wright, wide for Hodge. Hodge downed, 8 and out. Nawaqanitawase slapping away from Anscombe.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Neville pivots and sends it away. Fainga'a loses it. Will come back for the Wallabies penalty. No advantage taken.
High tackle. Penalty only.
So high tackle against Wales. A couple of phases there, Morgs. You see the back line there, McReight. Just sometimes you look at the scoreboard and you try and chase the game. You hold that ball in, you get a second phase, a third phase.
It looks like he's attending ahead.
Finally, the Wallabies getting a little bit of momentum. They're not going that far with the ball at the moment, but at least they're controlling possession for a period of time.
The second break, okay?
Yeah, with Nawaqanitawase, I suppose the second highest compliment I can give someone in the number 11 jerseys is Corumbuti-esque at the moment. He's in and around the ruck. He's looking for work. His ability to beat defenders is a real point of difference for the Wallabies. And Tom Wright starting to step in as well as another ball player. Real positive signs for the attack of the Wallabies. A little bit more clinical, a little bit more accurate with offloads, and a couple of broken tackles, and they're right back in this game. Probably need to go to the corner here. 3 points is probably not enough to start to bridge the gap.
It's good to see him come off the wing and actually look for a bit of work from his left wing. There's George North.
I think he just copped the boot to the face trying to tackle Fraser McReight.
Players in Wales, of course, George North, one of them, who's played over 100 Test matches. British and Irish line, and he's been good at 13. Of course, know him so much on the wing for Wales. Adds that strong running power midfield.
Water off.
Geez, this is an incredible stadium, this one. It's hard to describe the energy inside it unless you've actually taken a seat at the Principality, but right there in the middle of the Welsh CBD, it is something special. Hodge looking to touch now and looking to quieten down some of those Welsh supporters in attendance. It holds 75 and there aren't too many free seats left tonight, Timmy.
No, great atmosphere, especially when the roof is closed. And this is a really important time for the Wallabies. 8 minutes out from half-time. You're down by 14 points.
Fainga'a to the front. Frost trying to push it back past Wyn Jones. We've got the penalty advantage here for the Wallabies. Playing the man in the air is the call. It finds the ground and we will mark the spot.
They're legal, they're through the middle. Early contact.
Aussie penalty.
In the air. In the air.
Reece Hodge, same again. This one will be a little bit closer. That line out 7 metres out, 5 metres out.
Wales on the line.
Is a different
throw.
throw.
Be down before he tries to get through that seam.
Cadeyrn, Neville, Nick Frost.
It's Allan Wyn Jones coming across that line-out line before the line-out's over.
To the middle, dangerous throw, grabbed by Neville. Fainga'a at the back, taking his time. Frost doing the grunt work up in front. Fainga'a
still moving,
edging forward, still moving, and moving in the right direction for the Wallabies. Here they go, inch by inch. They are short, are they? They might be held up.
Tom.
Oh, if he just waited,
yes,
if Fainga'a just waited another.
Yes, mate.
Just want to double check, see if there's anything that says otherwise.
Second or two,
so
I reckon he was
for
good.
compelling evidence to overrule. Bear with me, please.
Just went a little bit too early. You wait another 1.5 to 2 seconds. The Wallabies had momentum. You can see Jake Gordon saying a little bit to go. You go another half a metre and there's no chance this is going to be overruled.
So it looks like the ball might be on the line on that one. Just bear with me, Matt. We've got one more angle.
Referee was in pretty good position.
Huh? No, just wondered whether he landed potentially, and then I think it.
Don't think they'll be giving this, will they?
They've got to work out whether he's one dynamic
more angle, Matt. Here we go.
Place, or if he promotes himself with his legs here, it can be an illegal advancement of the ball. That'll be it. I think he gets the white line.
OK, Matt, there's no compelling evidence to overrule. Stick with your on-field.
Well, we'll take it. Wallabies fans will take it all day, every day. So will Morgan Turinui, so will Tim Horan. The initial call was held up, no try. And the TMO and Carly have had a rethink.
I actually think he said that he saw the ball on the line and he went up with a try. I think that's the reason.
And also, if they got
First
the goal
movement,
line,
I think it went on one of the players' legs, the Wallaby players' legs, and then he went off that on the white line. So Wallabies needed that. Folau Fainga'a. It was a nice line-out to throw as well. Way to the back for the Wallabies.
Never any doubt.
Good decision from James Slipper. 2 kicks to touch to put some more pressure on. Ben Donaldson.
Donaldson, good with the conversion. 20-13 is how it reads in Cardiff.
And this is a traditionally poor period for Wallabies teams in terms of scoring. It's actually the best part of Welsh's game as well, just before half-time. Jake Gordon was good at selling it this 5 minutes now. Kick-off receipt and reoccupying territory, important in the context of this game for the Wallabies.
This one might find turf. Some indecision between Hodge and Petaia, and Geordie Petaia says, I'll do it myself, and launches an absolute bomb up towards halfway.
We got plenty on that, Geordie Petaia. Reece Hodge looked like he called for it, and then lucky bounce. Petaia goes down the tram tracks.
That's a good strike from
9-9.
Geordie Petaia. Wales with the line out. They go over the top. Good hands from Hawkins. Anscombe looking for runners. Morgan has done a great job with ball in hand tonight. He fights for an extra metre up over halfway. Hardy, Lewis, and Thomas working hard off the ball as well.
Use it.
Hardy will go field position. Not a whole lot of it though. They'll only travel 8 or 9 metres to Dyer, who taps it back here for Tippery. Australia don't compete. Lewis, Hardy for Falatau. Tippery trying to get away for Alaalatoa. Can't do so. Still with the Welsh though. Anscombe coming around the corner. North straightening. Hardy. Adams up from fullback. Gets an assist there from Cuthbert. Australia putting pressure on and now blown out. I was really delaying their passing at the line, trying to shape runners from in behind. It's worked a couple of times with tries to Morgan and Falatau. Can the Wallabies hold on here? Gleeson puts a shoulder in. Tippery. Now they come on the angle. Wales through North, putting Dyer away. Dyer in a space. Rio Dyer infield. Dyer away. Might be held up. He's short. Now it's slow coming out with a penalty advantage here for Wales. Australia infringing right on their own try line as we close in on halftime. Cuthbert a long way from his wing. Thomas.
Got penalty advantage.
Hardy. Australia needing to make the stop here. Hardy flat for Falatau.
Keep playing penalty
on a hard and angry running line. Morgan, the opening try scorer. He's 1 metre short now, Hardy.
Stop.
It gets blown up. And we've got the penalty for Wales right on the Wallabies line.
We're going up for the actions of 9. Let's have a look. Okay, Tom, so we need to check the actions of Australia 9 from the breakdown on the goal line.
So we're going to show it to you now, okay? Number 9 never gets back on side, but we'll show it to you. Here we go.
So Jake Gordon gets up after making the tackle.
So his foot's in front of the back foot.
Correct, he is, yeah, his foot is never on the line.
And are we saying that's in the tackle? You thinking that's in the tackle? Okay.
Yeah, I believe that to be in the tackle, I agree, yeah.
Okay, 9 going in the bin then for never onside off the line break.
Agreed.
No. He's never onside, his foot's in front. No, it's not for that. You've got to have both feet clearly behind the goal line. No. TMO, you're clearly offside.
Jake Gordon, 10 minutes in the bin. A couple of minutes before half-time, so the Wallabies down to 14 men. It was a poor read from Geordie Petaia on the right wing. He had a player on the inside.
Okay,
I think it might have
hang
been
on.
Ben Donaldson
On the line.
coming across in defence. And he needed to hold his ground. Geordie Petaia came in off his wing and allowed Dyer to make the break down the left touchline. You'll see it here on the end. Had time. You've got to stay on your winger, never leave your wingman. Allowed Dyer to come down. Nearly got across the try line. Jake Gordon makes the tackle, gets up 1 foot in front of the try line. That's a great run from Dyer.
He's got his pinky toe in front of the try line there, Jake Gordon. It's not an ill-disciplined penalty because it's off the back of a line break. Under that much stress defensively, it's probably a correct yellow card. Connection issues once again for Hodge and Petaia and Donaldson defensively.
So missing their 9 here as we've got 90 seconds to play in the first half.
Re-engage there.
The periods last week where Australia were down to 13 men and found a way to repel the Irish. Can they do it now against Wales? With 14 on the field. Gordon gone for the next 9.5.
Okay, time off. Time off.
Alaalatoa just getting some panel beating done, just slowing things down as his team try and compose themselves.
Stephen Jones.
Let's go.
Welsh, great fly halves. Mr. Wayne Pivac. They would have to think that if they can strike a blow here before half-time, it's a long road back for the Wallabies.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Penalty Wales.
3 across the scrum man on his knee.
And goes against Alaalatoa. Wales will just
Scrum
say,
again.
we're going again. Scrum, please. 30 seconds now until
Stay up,
the
please.
half-time break in Cardiff.
Yeah, feet underneath you then. Yeah. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Just wait for the explanation here from Matt Carley.
Scrum again. Scrum again.
Not coming.
Kieran Hardy, scrum half for Wales.
Stay square. Stay head on. If you start crabbing left,
Slow to put the ball
it's
in.
going to be a penalty. Square, please.
Yeah, that scrum's never stable. He's watching Alaalatoa on the
Make
tight
sure
head
we have
side
space.
for the Wallabies coming across to the left, shearing across to the left. It's an unstable scrum with the ball not put in. That's a harsh penalty to give, but the Wallabies need to
Then you can go.
make sure they manage the perception of this referee at scrum time.
Bind! Set!
That was quick. That was real quick.
Pulled him to the floor. The next one's going to be a card. Please speak to your front row. Higher.
3 penalties in a row against the Wallabies. You can't lose another one. Go 13 men down.
With height, good pitches. Okay?
James
a
Slipper,
reminder.
Alaalatoa and Fainga'a. 4 scrum penalties against the Wallabies. 3 at this scrum.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Okay, the scrum is live. Falatau comes short side. Falatau. Australia just need to hold the runner up here. Oh, that is excellent from the Wallabies. brave right on half-time. They repel the Welsh. And at the break, they keep it at 20 points to 13, helping to keep the Wallabies within striking distance of the Welsh. So 40 minutes to go in the year as Wright takes the restart to the second half. Tom Wright, nice carry. Away from his 22, back for Hodge.
Stop, 5. Thank you.
Setting it long down towards Josh Adams, who was a late inclusion after a back strain in the warm-up for Lee Halfpenny. This one slapped back for the Welsh. What have we got here?
Advancing.
Wallabies penalty, it looks like.
You're always in front, always advancing. 5 offside. Off the kick from 15.
Allan Jones can't believe someone's penalised him. He said, "Who, me, sir?" Just advancing. Adams puts the ball up and Wyn Jones just starts advancing while still in an offside position. A little bit harsh, possibly. I thought he might have just been put onside. But important for the Wallabies to get that first opportunity to control the tempo and positioning of this game, especially where it's played while still 15-on-14.
So Reece Hodge steps up for an opportunity to take 3 points early in this second half. He's 55 metres out right in front. The only thing that goes against Reece Hodge here is the surface. And he plants his left foot next to the ball. If he gets a solid left foot plant, he'll have no problem with the distance.
And worst case, it burns 90 seconds of that yellow card as well. Keeps Wales down their end of the field and have to kick a 22 back to them if he can kick it dead.
From 55 back, Hodge under the roof. Hodge pushing it towards. And it catches that right hand upright. The distance was good as predicted by Tim Horan, but it's slammed into the woodwork and it's a miss.
Gee, he's got a hoof on him, hasn't he, Reece Hodge? He was just curling back. Didn't have enough to come inside the right hand upright.
I don't think he got all of it either. I reckon he got under it a bit. It's not his normal trajectory. No harm done.
Brought down by Holloway. Donaldson stepping in at the back here of the maul in place of Jake Gordon, who's off for at least another 7 minutes. Gleeson, so looking to work the clock here, the Wallabies. Donaldson up for Fainga'a. He'll need a hand here. In goes Ikitau. Gleeson, no look away for Alaalatoa. Terrific hands down low from Allan Alaalatoa on that occasion. Robertson.
On the body, not the ball. Stay back, stay back.
Looks like James Slipper is done for the night. He came off for a HIA in that first half and just maybe a second look round in the sheds at the Principality Stadium has said and seen him taken off. So Wales now, after the knock-on from Australia, look to work it away on the counter. They lose it. We'll have a Welsh scrum.
Well, you can see the Wallabies aren't going to go wide with Jake Gordon not on the field. Ben Donaldson coming into scrum half, trying to find some runners. That time, that ball was for Jed Holloway.
I actually think they might be better off putting a Fraser McReight at 9, keeping Donaldson there to marshal the troops, give them some direction. In that case there, they went side to side, and it was just a matter of what the error was going to be, a penalty given away at breakdown or a handling error. Pivac's quite animated. He's got Gethin Jenkins to his right as well, and Jonathan Humphries, the other assistant coach, is doing a good job with the forward pack as well.
Both the locks for Wales, Adam Baird and Alwyn Jones, been prominent right throughout this test match with some offloads and carries.
Bind. Set.
Australia looking for a shock shove here. They make good contact, but then they get it wrong. Oh no, it might
Elbow towards the floor. You started pulling down, then you step round the outside.
It is. 2 weeks running, The Wallabies are reduced to 13 men. Robertson's gone for 10.
10 metres, guys.
Oh,
His
just what
elbow
the
was down.
Wallabies
He went to pull
didn't
towards
want.
the floor. He got pulled back
Another
up and then
yellow
he stepped
card.
down to
Tom
the
Robertson
left.
just
Okay, it
came
must
on
be square. It must be higher.
in half-time, and
We had a warning.
The look
from
says
the
it all
three
from
right at the
Dave
end of
Rennie.
the first half. It doesn't
Where
matter.
to from
It
here?
was a generic
That's
warning
poorly
I gave
managed.
to the captain, and I spoke to the hooker.
Matthew Carley is saying it's a general warning. And it's, I've spoken to this, I've spoken to that. Tom Robertson's just come on the field.
You fought well to keep him up. but I
Could
want
have
to see
managed that a
remain
little
until
bit
you go
better.
forward.
It's a high cost for the Wallabies.
Sorry, guys.
13 men, as you said, Tim. Talakai now, who's a tight head. Alaalatoa, who is a tight head also. We'll have to work out who can come across and scrum on the loose head side. The interesting thing here, Tim, too, is that what Ireland didn't do last week was elect to have a scrum quickly
Australia
to
on the
enforce
line.
those changes. How long will the Wallabies be able to last without having to put Sam Talakai on?
Come up on the line.
defensively now the Wallabies have to spread across the field. Wales will try and stretch them.
Down
Maul.
and in the hands here of the Welsh. It was Beard with the take, and they mauled it well, the Welsh.
Say Maul.
Owen's in there doing his thing. Now it goes down. Penalty advantage as well here for the home team as Hawkins works at midfield. There's a touch of space through the middle as they wrap around here for Dyer. Good tackle, Ikitau. And there he scraps on the ground to shut that play down, but we're going back for the penalty.
This will be an interesting decision from Justin Tipperick as captain. 13 men, you go for touch. I don't think he'd be taking 3 points unless he wants to try and increase this lead, but
I'd take the scrum. I'd make the Wallabies put Talakai on, and they're going to take the line out, but I'd make them chase you around the park, 15 on 13.
good option. Anscombe kicks this 7 metres out.
Cross on the assistant. Thank you, guys.
We're going to really turn up the noise here on the Wallabies. Gordon watches on pensively. So they've got a minute or two to go in the sin bin. Tipperick. Now they drive. Beard. A fresh penalty advantage. Beard. They're steamrolling and they're over. It is Morgan with his second, and they lead by 12.
Morgan's been one of the best players on the field for Wales. The big number 6, strong carries. Nice line-out take from Beard to bring the ball down and set piece to come around the corner. Up at the back, Tipperick took it in the line-out. And then back to Beard, and then all of a sudden Morgan straight through the middle. They had advantage and they steamrolled through this Wallaby forward pack. Great try for Wales just after half-time.
Yes, Tim, the sheer to the right at maul time, it was nigh on inevitable once they got momentum, but as they sheer right, Wallabies defenders were spat out the other side of the maul defensively. An excellent execution from Wales. Yes, they had the advantage, but still needed to execute.
Over goes the conversion, and it's back to that 14-point margin that we had before the try and subsequent conversion from Fainga'a and Donaldson. And here is a look at the closing stages as Wales make the Wallabies pay.
The only player there was Cadeyrn Neville within that forward pack, and Jake Gordon back onto the field. And he's back to 14 men. Robertson still off the field.
Let's play.
Donaldson down towards Beard, who was massive in that last rolling maul that led to the try. Now they go to work again with them all, take it up towards halfway.
Still the same maul.
Still moving here, Wales. They've taken it 25 metres, maybe more. Penalty advantage as well. A chance for their backs now through George North. Dropped by Hodge. Wyn Jones. Fainga'a. Fainga'a holding it up for Dyer. Dyer collected by both Neville and Petaia. He goes to touch and will head 15 metres back downtown for the Welsh penalty.
Entry.
Side entry for the Wallabies on that rolling maul. It's a really good take from Wales off the restart. At this stadium, when the crowd gets behind your forward pack, they pick up so much momentum and they march forward. Justin Tipperick as captain. They connected very quickly off that restart.
No, it's difficult a man down, but the defence this morning needs to be better, okay? Get it from the back. Yeah, they did, but you had a side entry before that, number 14.
Langi Gleeson, just a hamstring issues once
To the line,
again.
guys, thank you.
Penalties conceded an issue for Australia. Somewhat by the great endeavour of Wales as well this evening, but 11 penalties to 6. That was a little bit of a tail on, I think, their 15th yellow card for the year.
Beard.
Once backwards.
Went strongly with a counter maul here. Wales, and then they realign and shift it. Neville goes through and does so illegally, so another penalty advantage here for the Welsh Hawkins. Hardy. Crossfield here, looking for Cuthbert. Overhit in the touch, and they might just look to the line again, and there may be another Wallaby in the sights of Matt Carley.
The next one will go in the bin. Yes, of course you can. No, you clearly released your bind and moved on to the ball carrier. Thank you, the captain.
Matt Carley, the referee, must be getting a sore right arm. He's got his arm out so many times.
Oh,
For advantage for Wales.
And they're done talking, time's off. Time is off and they're finished. Yeah. 8 replacement.
So Dave Rennie, now Wallaby coach, as Langi Gleeson leaves the field. His first start in a Wallaby jersey, and Pete Samu, the super sub, comes off the bench. He'll need some players around to support him to try and change the momentum of this game.
Well, this is a Welsh team looking to wipe last week's shock loss against Georgia from the memories of the locals, with a big win against the Wallabies, and they are in the right part of town to put themselves further in front. 6 away.
Still moving.
Hardy taking his time. Hardy away now for Dyer. The lightweight winger crashes it forward. Round comes Wyn Jones. Allan Wyn Jones, 5 away. Hardy flat for Lewis.
No hands! Away!
Australia called out of that one. It was Samu looking for the steal. North. Red runner after red runner. This time round it's Owens. Good tackle from McReight. Hardy. How much longer can the Wallabies hold on? Hardy going wide left. Here it is. It had to come for Wales and did. Dyer puts it down, and it's starting to well and truly get away from the Aussies.
Oh, it was nice play from the Welsh forward pack. They chipped away with 4 or 5 runners. They made the Wallaby defence come in close, and then they struggled with the width in their defensive line on the right side. Jordy Petaia coming in off his wing. He had to at that occasion. And Dyer, look at the width, look at the numbers struggling. Jordy Petaia trying to bring players across. Reece Hodge coming across. 3 on 2. And Dyer, the left winger, goes in.
It was too little too late at this point. In the second last phase, there's a piece from the Grandmaster himself, Allan Jones, an outside clean, which resulted in no fold from the Wallabies. And they couldn't get numbers around to help out Jordan Petaia on the outside. Great work from this Welsh forward pack. Stung last week, responding this week and completely dominating the gold jerseys at the moment.
He's looked sharp. Dyer on that left wing. Hanscom from touch. He's been really good in this test match.
And he just keeps nailing them. Remarkable. 34-13 as the rain tumbles down in that little pocket midfield, and another look at the finish here of Dyer.
Hanscom, that's a lovely ball. A missed pass. Under pressure, flatten the attack up. Played for the Blues in Super Rugby. Also the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure when Dave Rennie was at the Chiefs. It was a nice flat ball from the number 10.
This is an important day for Wayne Peacock. He's been under a huge amount of pressure from the home press in Wales. They've had a poor year. 1 from 5 in 6 nations. Losses to Italy and Georgia. His team are responding for him.
Alaalatoa.
You backed out, back up, taken in.
Lonergan on for Folau, Fainga'a, Owens.
Use it!
Only game time tonight for the Welsh scrum half Hardy, who came on after 5 or so minutes with the departure of Thomas Williams. Wright almost getting past Dyer. McDermott also into the fray. Holloway for Donaldson. Deep here is Ikitau. Ikitau dragging Hawkins with him. McDermott. Hanigan. He knocks down Gareth Hanscom, who is in all sorts with that right shoulder. Holloway.
Release.
Donaldson going high, and Wales might be happy just to take this one and take a beat with Hanscom in some real strife.
Time off.
He's been so good, Gareth Hanscom.
Thank you.
I think he's 31 years of age now, and if he can get through, which I'm sure he will do, the next Rugby World Cup in 10 months' time, of course Wales will be in the same pool as the Wallabies and Georgia.
We'll wait.
The
No,
tackle here, right shoulder on Hanigan.
there's no foul play, but we will wait.
He just got his
Some
head
new water,
down on
mate, yeah.
his shoulder in an awkward position.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, all right.
Hopefully
Thanks,
just a
Dad.
subluxation, nothing too serious, because you mentioned Tim. An exciting 12 months in the back end of his international career, and
I'll have a
so
drink.
impressive with
Come on, Dad.
ball off the tee, but also the way he's managed this Welsh team. Yes, off front foot ball.
Ian.
One of the best at it, Stephen Jones, former number 10 for him. And look at the Wallabies, you know, of course, Ben Donaldson, he's the 5th number 10 the Wallabies have used this year, and trying to find who is the fly half for the Wallabies, whereas most other test teams, you look at England, only use Farrell and Smith, New Zealand, Mwanga, and of course Barrett. So the challenge for the Wallabies after this test match is to look at who is your 10, who is your 15, try and find who's the right player.
And there's one of the candidates for the number 10 jersey, Lolesio. Had some fine moments in Wallaby jerseys over the last few years. Needs to convince that man, Dave Rennie, that he's deserving of being higher up the pecking order.
One of the bigger challenges, men, might just be finding a fit 23 to call on each week. Again, injuries tonight. Gleeson gone, hammy, slipper. HIA can't do anything about that, but they are now so stripped of experience as Ansem goes off against a Welsh team that has 9 British and Irish Lions in it today.
There's a good example here with Anscombe leaving the field. Reece comes onto the field. We're replacing Donaldson with Lolesio. Not at all the same.
It's the perfect snapshot.
And then you look at the positions as well for this Wallabies team. That is the context. 2 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 15. These are not first choice players. Yes, opportunity for these guys, but we're seeing the difference between being able to pick your best team and having to go to those reserves.
Nice ovation for Amston coming off the field. Not good with the green whistle, and shoulder doesn't look good.
Wales with a restart, just going thump down towards Petaia, right. Will chase his own kick. Left behind by Adams, and Samu's there, towing ahead. Samu giving chase now, looking for Priestland. Lonergan with good pace and good power to send Priestland back in goal, and that should be a 5-metre scrum. How about that for an involvement from the guys off the bench?
It was a torpy from Tom Wright, and geez, it caused trouble. There's no breeze to speak of. Indoors with the roof almost closed, and Lockie Lonergan and Pete Samu, Fraser McReight helping put pressure on at the back. Priestland's first real touch and involvement opportunity here for this Wallabies forward pack.
Nice and
Their actual
steady,
scrum
okay.
work once the ball's in has been good. Let's see what Noah Lolesio can do to unleash this Wallabies backline.
If you just joined us, no Bernard Foley and Will Skelton because they've gone back to their clubs.
Set.
Michael Hooper back in Australia watching the test match.
Good work with the scrum from the Wallabies. They are driving hard and they are close. We will repack it likely.
Earlier, you lost control.
Wallabies win the penalty.
On the line.
They might just go again after that display.
Stay square.
No warning yet for the front row for Wales.
Scrum.
So the Wallabies will take the option for another scrum.
Well, that Welsh scrum disintegrated so much, it actually made it harder for Pete Samu to control the ball at the back.
Stay square, okay? No, the far side.
Same 8 players on the field for Wales that started the match in the forward pack. No changes.
Line. Set.
McDermott, Petaia, one off. Petaia, one away now. Samu, who's been a star off the bench all season long for the Wallabies. Robertson.
Hands away. Penalty advantage.
McDermott looking at Lolesio, holds it up for Ikitau. In turn to Nawaqanitawase. Oh, this kid's good. This kid's real good. I don't think there'll be any issues with the put down, and with no room to move, Marky Mark goes bang.
And we got advantage if not.
Yeah, okay, on-field try, we're just checking the foot. The try is good, Matthew, here we go, I'll just show you.
Nawaqanitawase keeps his
You
left
may
foot
award
in,
the try.
goes over, had no room to work in. And that's why he got the ball really early. They know players like Ikitau and this player here, Marky Mark, give them time and space. Wallabies coming around the corner with Robertson. Tate McDermott sees their option. Lolesio out the back and straight away give him space one-on-one, Marky Mark.
Great snapshot of the growth of Ikitau. He's the one that organises the little ball out the back, and Tom Wright to hit the short line and knows that all early ball to mark Nawaqanitawase right here is the difference and all that's needed.
Well, he led the Wallabies last week with each of the key attacking stats, did Nawaqanitawase, and again tonight he has not put a foot wrong.
Well, you look at if you can take any positives out of this Wallaby tour, and there's still plenty of time left for this Wallaby team to come back. Another try after this one puts them well back into the match. That player there, Mark Nawaqanitawase, has been one of the finds of this tour with some confidence.
Put the time off. Just seeing if there's a knock on at the previous.
Just having a look to see whether there's a knock on the previous ruck just before they finally award the try.
There's a bobble ball at ruck that Tate McDermott has a couple of grabs at. When the Wallabies ball carrier just turns his body back against the grain the way the ball is going, all these forwards are trying to get to outside shoulder and place the ball to the outside to allow flow in their game.
No, it goes backwards first and then off the knee. Try is good.
So
You're fine.
Try is good.
Try is good.
Carry on. Carry on.
So try awarded finally. Kick from touch now from
Yeah, no worries.
Lolesio.
He's only been on the field for a minute or two. Has Lolesio, and one in from touch. He sends it on its way. It's tackling off late, and it's a miss. So the score remains 34-18. Wales clear.
Tate McDermott bringing a little bit of pace into the game. That's the little bobbled ball that was adjudged back from Samu, and then McDermott trying to dig it out.
14.
Pace in the game from Tate now, 34 points
14.
to 18. Still 21 minutes to go. Plenty of time for this Wallabies team. Plenty of reserves on the field. Can go up tempo. Can see what pressure they can put on this Welsh team.
That one escapes the fingertips of Holloway. Tied it up by Wright.
Counter
McDermott
is good. Ball is out.
looking for Hanigan.
Use it. Let's play.
McDermott charged down, and then Beard knocks on.
Okay.
They had that
Knock on
long
into
ruck
touch,
set up,
option
and he
to
still
Australia.
bounced out looking for the kick, and it gave Beard time. He
Touch, option to Australia.
read it.
Come on, line.
We'll have some of that, and very nearly
Line out.
cost the Wallabies another try.
Yeah, Tate McDermott, the ball surprised him. He came out to the right. Jock Campbell on the field also for the Wallabies. Geordie Petaia replaced.
Go back, thank you,
Hanigan,
stay
good
back.
handling for McDermott. Samu rides the tackle of Morgan, who's been one of Wales' best, if not their player of the match, still with a quarter to go. 2 tries, some thunderous runs. Adams holding up here for Dyer. Another of the try scorers tonight. Owens away for Hardy. It's lost forward, and we'll have an Aussie scrum.
6. Calm down, please.
Chance now. It's been a good battle in the second rows. A locking position. Allan Jones, Cadeyrn, Neville, Nick Frost, Adam Baird.
Crouch. Bind. Set. All is out.
Ikitau goes to the boot. Sits up for Cuthbert. Adams rather on the return. That's a wobbly old kick. It goes out on the fly, and it's a big gain on the metre front for the Wallabies.
Ikitau using his left foot.
That's right.
And as the rain comes down
Sorry,
in the
guys,
middle
keep
of
going.
the field, because the
It's for you.
roof's
Right.
only open about 15 metres in the middle.
Someone didn't pay the power bill. They couldn't afford to get it closed all the way.
Is there a 2-metre strip of rain in the
think
middle?
there
What's
is.
that?
It's like the Truman Show. Lonergan down for McDermott. Lolesio
No, he regathered.
sharpening
He
up the
regathered.
attack, flattening up the attack. Hanigan. Oh, that's deep for Lolesio. He gets cleaned up, and Dyer comes away with it.
That's another knock on.
Good work from Campbell over the ball, but McCarley
They're both
says
competing for the ball. We had 2 knock-ons. The furthest one upfield is this one.
in that patch
Knock
of
on.
rain there has been a knock on, and we'll have a scrum.
Yeah, the Wallabies trying to get the play out the back. That second wave
Knock
play
on.
is well read from
Knock on
George
first,
North.
Yeah, knock on first.
Gee, it's been a huge shift from Allan Jones, hasn't it?
We had 2 knock-ons.
37,
Yeah, no
4
problem.
British and Irish Lions tours. I think he's only the 4th. There's only 4 players, I think, I'm pretty sure has been on 4 British and Irish Lions tours. And
Okay, keep them engaged. Yeah.
Who are the others?
I reckon there's a front rower.
Oh yeah, well,
Mate.
sorry.
You have a stab?
How many?
Hawks?
McGeechan, how many did he go on?
As a player, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leonard?
Crouch!
Leonard.
Jason Leonard, yep.
Bind!
Still Willie John
Set.
McBride.
That'd be one.
Yep. So there's your 3. Who's your 4th?
Advantage, one
Allan
collapsing.
Jones.
Back to the game. Penalty advantage here for Wales. As Hawkins puts the runners to work out wide. It's Adams towing ahead. Cuthbert in hot pursuit. Wright just has to take it to touch, and Wales might be happy with that. Advantage has been taken.
On the line.
They've really controlled the game well here this afternoon, Wales, because they've got width on their play, and they've also got across the advantage line. Josh Adams coming into the side just before kick-off. Lee Halfpenny injuring his back.
Beard line out has been A1 tonight for Wales, and here's Morgan looking for a third. Now they pick and go and lose it. Play on, in fact, is a call.
All away from the ball.
It could definitely be a knock-on by the Welsh as Hardy launched over the top of the men on the ground. Beard. Owens sinking into that one. Hodge with a good try save, but we're coming back.
Thank you.
The right call comes about 3 phases late. Not sure how anyone's missed that knock-on.
Number 1. They knocked it forward into the
Chris
Australian
Busby
player,
is on this side as
the other
assistant
direction.
referee. Could have helped him out a little bit more proactively there, but we got there in the end.
Stay strong, please.
Just wonder as well what kind of a psychological statement the Welsh are looking to make here with Wales in their pool next year at the World Cup, France 2023. Can they really twist the knife here, Timmy?
Be great, wouldn't it, turning up knowing that you've put some good points on the Wallabies going into that pool game?
To be fair, I'd probably count 3, maybe 4 players from this 15 that I'd say will run on for that cross-fingers fully fit Wallabies team on September 24 in Lyon in that Pool C fixture at the World Cup.
Geez, they've played out some classic World Cup games, pool matches, the Wallabies and Wales over the years. 2019 Tokyo Stadium in the afternoon sun was magic, despite the result for Wallabies fans.
Berwick Barnes on this field, coming in for Stephen Larkin, being excellent in 2007.
2015 was another belter.
Set. A played out.
Samu angling across the field,
No.
freeing up some space for Lolesio to get the kick away. It's
From the winger.
a good strike, but it fades back infield, and it's now with Adams. Nawaqanitawase looking for the steal. Now Lonergan wants a shot. Australia rush up and put the shoulders to work on Beard. Hardy. Read and taken by Samu, who was rocketing out of the line.
Crossing of legs, not an intentional
McDermott. Ikitau goes to the boot.
Okay. Wait, red.
Comes to nothing, and Wales are happy to return with interest. Lolesio
Inside.
for Nawaqanitawase. He kicks. Wales looking to have some fun across the
No.
final
Now it is.
15 minutes of play. Beard holding that one up. Morgan. This is Cuthbert. Cuthbert looking to beat Hanigan. Infield for Morgan, lost. And we'll have the scrum.
Yeah, it's slippery in that middle of the field where the roof is open. Nice play from Ned Hanigan on the left edge.
as you both went for the ball, I felt like your legs crossed. The TMO will double check it. It's got to be an intentional act.
Pete Samu coming through, taking this intercept. For mine, Pete Samu should start every Wallabies test match.
TMO check.
I believe he's an X-factor player, and what he brings off the bench, I think he can do that at the start of a Wallabies test match.
Okay, so he needs to have his foot planted in the ground if it moves, and then he trips him.
Yeah, it's coming to you now, Matt.
Okay, no worries.
Here you go. Just watch the foot of red 7.
Yeah, okay, so it's a yellow card.
Yeah, on the 10-metre line, agreed.
I was going to say it was unlucky for Pete Samu because he was away and gone, but it wasn't bad luck. It was just that reaction.
Yeah, I know, but I know that, but I can't.
It's just that initial reaction of under stress, sneaked that left foot out. And simple yellow card, which they got to on Pete Samu. So I suppose the big question for him is what number you put him in.
Fine margin.
If you want to start him.
You put him at 6 or potentially at 7, and Michael Hooper comes off the bench. So that's an option moving forward. There's a lot of footy to be played in the next 10 months.
Number 5. Okay. No replacement. Keep coming on the
Justin Tipuric, will he be captain in 10 months' time? 33 years of age, the Welsh skipper.
Lonergan finds his target, now turns it infield for Nawaqanitawase. He might be just a little bit better than good. He might be something special for years to come in green and gold. Marky Mark goes in for number 2.
Set piece play for the Wallabies. Lonergan coming around the line out, back inside to Mark Nawaqanitawase. Second try for the winger.
And it's directly caused by the great work at rolling maul time from the Wallabies forward pack. Welsh forwards know they must be implicated in defending the maul, so heads in straight away. One extra Welsh forward needed to slide back out to the open side to cover Mark Nawaqanitawase. And they also pay the price for Justin Tipuric. That's another number that's not in there behind, with roles changing, and the Wallabies capitalise.
Conversion's good from Lolesio as well.
It's also the timing, though, isn't it, from Nawaqanitawase to come around and just hold his line.
You see heads go in, and number 17, Jones, for Wales, just can't slide in time across from the negative side, the blind side, which is his role to pick up the movement that the Wallabies bring to the open side. Tough job for a replacement loose head.
Opportunity now for
let's play.
Sam Talakai to potentially come on for his first test match. Wallabies only behind by 9.
They were down by 21 not long ago. After the try for Dyer, they looked shot, the Wallabies. Nothing to lose in the last 10 minutes of their season, trailing by 9. Lolesio looking in behind and making good contact, and in turn it's read late by Adams, who rushes over to send it down to Wright. Wright running and creating space as well for Hodge.
No.
McDermott, Robertson, finding more and more room here, the Wallabies. Ikitau with a stutter step now for Samu. Up over halfway as Allan Jones stands tall in contact and drags him back. Alaalatoa, Lolesio under pressure is Wright. Great tackle made there by Georgia North. Not many get past or away from Georgia North.
Use it.
Welsh veteran McDermott. Now with the settling runner, and he'll
use it.
Go to the boot maybe here as the play slows up. Nope. Changes it up late. Chasing some real estate to move here. Ikitau. Fainga'a down low with the tackle. McDermott Fraser McReight in field for McDermott, who goes back to the boot looking for Nawaqanitawase. Hawkins there for Wales. Oh, it's a terrible kick from Hawkins after Nawaqanitawase put the pressure on. It should be a Wallaby scrum, and is. Here we go.
Momentum has shifted. Wallabies profiting from the numerical advantage, 15 on 14. And what a proud moment this is for Sam Talakai. Make his test debut, the 51st player used by the Wallabies this year. Comes on at tight head prop. A long and storied journey it's been. Waverley College student, proud moment for his and my old school 3 players in the 23. Jed Holloway, Ben Donaldson, and now Sam Talakai. A Wallaby forevermore.
Nice place from Fraser McReight. Back inside of McDermott. Tell you what, the pressure from Nawaqanitawase to actually get through and make the tackle. There's Sam Talakai, Wallaby number 963. And that's a pretty good shift from this man here too. Former Welsh captain, former British and Irish Lions skipper, Allan Jones, comes off with 9 minutes left in the match. Ben Carter on for him in jersey 19. Fainga'a off as well.
Crouch! Fine! Set!
McDermott bouncing short side. McDermott gets away from the tackler Priestland. Nawaqanitawase distributing for Frost. Looking right here is McDermott. Penalty advantage Australia. McDermott. Lolesio. Ikitau. Away for Campbell. Jock Campbell.
Tackle!
Wrestled down by Beard.
That's a knock on.
Coming back for the penalty. Now what's the call?
We're behind by 9. You're right in front of the post. I think you've got to take 3.
I'll probably go the other way just because you're still 15 on 14.
Yeah.
Go for the try when you're at numerical advantage. You've got Hodge that can kick from, what, 55, 60 if you need to.
Late in the game.
Any penalty late. Let's move it on. You can't have scrum resets either. I don't mind this decision.
Yeah.
They've done well to hang tough, the Wallabies, to stay in the match. Couple of quick tries. Plenty of time left.
9.
Lonergan goes to the front.
Some more.
Frost with the take. Lonergan and Talakai working hard. Good shape to this one as Nawaqanitawase and Hodge lend a hand. The Wallabies get across the line. Do they get it down? There were numbers in and around. Have they got it? Have they got it to a blade of grass in the in goal?
Just one. Okay, no problem. Okay, Tom.
Yes, Matt.
On-field decision is no try. I believe the ball is held up. We need to see if the maul is collapsed by Wales before
Okay,
the
we're
goal
going
line
to check
as well.
the grounding first, okay? We'll have a look at that, and if not, we'll come back and have a look at potential collapse.
Yeah.
Matt Carley, the referee, wasn't that well positioned.
We haven't
to
got
where the
anything clear
Wallabies
on the
went over
grounding
the
yet,
try line.
Matthew, but this is probably our best angle.
They went around to the right.
If he's over the goal line,
Looks to there to be held up.
No. Hang on.
But in my view, 16's over his own goal line, and they went over him. He's allowed to collapse it in goal. But let's let Tom get the line. Watch here. 16's on the line.
His hands are
his
on the
hands
floor.
are now behind.
Yeah, but his hands are on the floor first.
Okay, Matthew, we've got nothing that shows any compelling evidence of a grounding.
Yeah. We need to see
Lonergan.
the actions of 16.
Yeah, okay.
If his hands are on the floor in the field of play, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at the left hand of whether Wales 16 is in the field of play. We're just going to try and get you the best angle for that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's where he collapses it as well, mate. So let's get a proper angle up top.
It's left foot and left hand. If
Okay, we're trying to find the best angle for that now. Just bear with me, please.
Yeah. Any of that is over the line, Ryan.
So we think this might be our best angle.
Yeah.
Lonergan gets the ball at the back to come around to the right side, and Ryan Elias, number 16 for Wales.
But there he is at the back of the maul there. So he's in the field of play there, Matthew.
Yeah, so we're in the field of play. We've got a well-constructed maul moving towards the line. 16 willfully collapses it on the line.
Whoa.
So it's a yellow card and a penalty try.
He's the player that forces them not to be able to ground it, so I agree, yeah.
16.
Whoa!
Penalty try.
Here we go. Penalty try, so you can put 7 straight on the board for Australia. It's 34-32. We've got 6.5 to go, and it's going to be 15 on 13.
It certainly is, Sean. I'll tell you what, if anyone's gone to bed and you're still on the lounge alone, go and wake them up. This is a grandstand finish. What can the Wallabies do to finish their 2022? A score behind.
They were down by 21 points. They now trail by just 2. Oh, Tom Wright fluffs the Tate on the restart.
6 minutes left, and the restart was the most important part of that next 6 minutes, and Tom Wright at fullback
Time off.
just had a look up as the ball came to him from Reece Priestland.
Yep, let's go. It's a scrum.
Ken Owens, you would think, would have to come back on for this scrum.
Scrum, Wales ball. Yeah, well, you don't have to if you don't want to. No, you've got Ken's there waiting. Let's go. Number off.
He's done extremely well to get back into this match, down 20 points to 13 at half-time. Shawnee, as you mentioned, down 21 points.
Well, this game was over, and Dave Rennie went to his bench early.
Yeah, a couple of replacements that came on. Tate, McDermott, Pete Samu added that spark.
14.
Really seen Ikitau step up. Communication-wise as well, helping out Donaldson and Lolesio, calling, being dominant in some of the mini plays that the backline have been using. Hanigan's provided energy. Lonergan's been like an extra back rower out there.
Time on.
This scrum crucial for the Wallabies.
Fine. Set.
Wales will have to keep their attack narrow. Australia go down. They win the penalty. Robertson
collapsing under pressure.
comes up with a huge play. So Australia ball, 5 to go, and they've still got that 2-man advantage.
Collapsing under pressure.
Welsh front row collapsing under pressure. You heard that from the referee. Reece Hodge steps up now.
17.
Takes this up to halfway.
That's enough.
13 men on the field for Wales.
Have you taken over the captaincy? Have you taken over the captaincy? Right, stop, please.
It was Georgia last
You
week
got pressure and you went down.
who stunned the Welsh late. Can the Wallabies do the same? Lonergan with the throw. He goes to Holloway.
Once backwards.
Good counter mauling this from Wales. Australia take their time though, and now Lonergan
Thank you, that's fine.
has good formation up in front.
16 to the floor.
I'll say that Lonergan went down with that.
Ball is available.
McDermott desperate for it. Away for Hodge. Angling runners crossfield. Lolesio floating wide here for Nawaqanitawase with the stop and go in field for Campbell. McDermott. Robertson. McDermott, Lolesio, Ikitau DP, he'll kick ahead.
Thank you.
And hits a wobbly one down towards Adams. He'll go field position.
All inside.
Here it is for Lolesio. Happy to go back with the boot as well. Priestland goes up the middle. Campbell. Campbell looking in behind. Good weight on that kick from Jock Campbell. Nobody wanting to run it here with a 2-point difference and only 3 minutes to play. Right now, has a go, right. Up towards halfway, McDermott. Quick for Holloway, Holloway. Closing in on halfway. McDermott. Put down by Beard, Samu. Holloway looking for room across to the left here. Campbell now for Hanigan. Hanigan, Nawaqanitawase. Nawaqanitawase fending off one, coming infield. Nawaqanitawase with a ball for McDermott. Hit from behind. McReight. McReight looking for Frost. McDermott wanting it quickly. Here with Australia still. Right. Delaying it for Ikitau. Slapped down by Wales. Still with Lonergan. Lonergan's going to go in. Lockie Lonergan and the Wallabies. Can you believe it?
Good from the genuine intercept.
From 21 down, they hit the lead. Outrageous in Cardiff.
Oh, what a comeback for the Wallabies. 90 seconds left in the match, and the Wallabies split them open. Tate McDermott extremely well to hold that pass, pop it up to Fraser McReight, and then there was some composure. We thought the Wallabies would come back midfield. The ball gets knocked down, so it's play on. And Lockie Lonergan on the right wing, the replacement hooker.
The ball doesn't ricochet off an Australian.
Making sure it hasn't touched an Australian player with Pete Samu. And Lonergan goes underneath the post. Kieran Hardy, the replacement scrum half, knocking the ball down.
Happy? Okay, the try is good.
What a comeback.
If they took that off the board, I was pulling the plug and we were going home early.
Yep.
And running
So
around's
try
important too, because conversion means that it takes a converted try from Wales to
We
beat
will
the
be
Wallabies.
restarting. Okay, time on.
An unconverted try for a draw. 3 points is not good enough. Important conversion.
Do you reckon Lockie Lonergan knew it was play on?
Everyone
Surely
stopped.
Did. Yeah.
Everyone stopped.
He looked around a couple of times to
Morgan
check.
Tiranui didn't stop, neither did Tim Horan. Neither did everyone else in the Stan Sports studio. Lolesio, boom!
The big thing that Dave Rennie has done in this test match, he didn't leave his bench. There he is there, Dave Rennie. Didn't leave his bench till the last 10 to 15 minutes. Got them on really early in the second half. He had to. Pivac. Can this be the second week in a row? Lost to Georgia last week. A minute left.
Can they hang on, the Wallabies? That'll help the take from Hanigan. Slow away here, Wales, and they continue to flop.
Because you went off your feet.
Australia won't mind as they look to work down the clock. Heartbroken so many times in 2022 in the closing stages.
Use it.
They went down by 3 to the world's best last week. They lost by 1 to France on this tour.
Use it.
Last minute heartbreak against the All Blacks at Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, and there's still a couple of twists to come as we hit the 80-minute
Pre-latch and off
mark.
feet. 16. Pre-latch and off feet. 16.
The penalty goes against Lonergan.
Thank you.
That's the danger in those situations.
Timing, make sure they're on the ground before you attack.
Trying to run down the clock.
Just the ball carrier.
Matthew Carley was always going to be hyper-vigilant on pre-latching and going to ground and denying. A fair challenge for the ball. Still numerical advantage for the Wallabies. Still an opportunity to win a test match. Can the defence hold?
They get a hand up and almost get the seal. Still with the Welsh. On comes the home team. The crowd looking to lift them. They take a draw. They want the win. Talakai fighting for the Wallabies. Morgan. Samu looking for the steal. Owens back on the field.
No, 6!
Holloway dumped out of the action. Tipperick. Lonergan down low with that tackle. North. Can they get a steal here, the Wallabies? Tipperick. Looking to stretch them to the left now, Wales. That's the direction they head. Lonergan with the tackle. Lonergan with the steal. Lonergan is their hero for the Wallabies. They have come back from 34 to 13 down. It's one of the biggest comebacks in Wallabies history.